More people need to vote in this country. We need to make it a fucking requirement that you get a tax penalty if you don't vote. At least submitting a ballot. That is like the baseline requirement that it should be. So now that he's fattened up his pockets a good few billion, he'll go ahead and, say, okay, I won't do any more of this according to, what the text of this bill, that is not yet passed by the Senate, but passed the House, says. Yeah, I took enough. I don't need any more. All he needs is the SAVE Act to go in there and voter ID requirements within that bill. If this Congressional Anti-Insider Trading Act passes, so will the SAVE Act, and there will be voter ID requirements very shortly. Outside of open revolt, we will need to organize a massive campaign to get people the IDs required. We're going to have to raise a massive amount of funds just to be able to cover all of the transportation and whatnot that will be required, because they are coming for your fucking rights. There are still severely disenfranchised people around this nation who do not have the means to even obtain ID in an easy way. It's only in like the millions probably, but that's millions of people who may or may not vote. But I want to see an amendment that encourages people to vote under penalty of law, that they have to show up and at least submit a ballot. Not that there should be any way of imprisoning people for not voting, but if you are a taxpayer, if you have taxes taken out of your paychecks, if you pay taxes in some shape or form to the American government, to your local government, whatever it might be, you should be required to vote. You should be required to submit a ballot. You don't have to fill it in, but you should, the same way you do with your taxes, you should be required to submit a ballot. And that way, you at least are making it known that you have the option to be heard and influence the world that you are subject to.